Good morning, beautiful souls. It is Elizabeth Bratcher here, bringing you your daily reading. And it is still dark. It is very early in the morning. It is cold, so you might see the sleeves of my dressing gown. But so, for those of you that are joining me for the first time, what I do is I pull 3 cards. And I want you to focus on number 1, number 2, or number 3 with the cards. Don't think about it, just take a breath. Whichever card you're drawn to is the card that you're meant to focus on. And then I'll extend that card number for you. So this is a daily read. So things that you need to draw on, reflect, think about. Okay, so number 1. Number 2. And number 3 for today. Okay, so we'll pop number 3. Oh, hang on, I forgot to give you a second. So just take a second. Number 1, number 2, number 3. And so don't think about it too much, whichever one you're drawn to. Some people like to choose 2, and that's alright as well. Okay. Innovation. Alright, let's have a look and see. Number 1. Nice. Okay. What I want to say with these cards is innovation. The next card you got is intention, and then a nice reminder that you are in the right time to be doing these things. Okay, so when we think about innovation, being creative, thinking outside the box, and then the intention card after it, what happens when we think about something that's really unique and different and taking a risk and, a little bit outside of our comfort zone? We start to think about what could go wrong. We start to think about the challenges that are in the way. We start to think about, who am I to do this? And all of that kind of energy. And so it's a really nice clear message here again, and it's nice that it's done that each day for us so far, because what it's saying is the ideas that you've got, the creativeness, the ideas to be bigger, the ideas to be a little bit different, the ideas to tap into that uniqueness about yourself, they are spot on. But if you focus on what people think, what could go wrong, all of that kind of stuff, when you think about these things and you let them stop you doing these things, that's exactly what they're going to do, stop you doing these things. So, it's a really nice reminder that those ideas you've got around being creative, those ideas you've got around being, that little bit different, that little bit unique, they're spot on. And so honour them and think about how good you're going to feel when you do accomplish. Think about the possibilities they bring and everything else like that. And so, and again, it is the right time to do it now. So, yeah, have a think about what I've said with that, because that's, for me, when I read these cards, it's got that energy in that I want to repeat the message. So just really think about it if you're drawn to this card, because it takes courage. Like, I know you might think that's a silly way to describe it, but it does. It takes courage to take true ownership of that unique little bubble that bursts inside, So, yeah, have fun with it. All right, let's put number 1 over to the side. Let these cards go back in the deck. Right, number 2. Ooh, leap of faith. Let's see what else. Shoot. See, that's why I always put the cards back. Alright, so taking a leap of faith. This card for me always has a very distinct meaning, and as we've just described, this card's very self-explanatory. Now's the time to do it. So taking a leap of faith, okay, taking a chance. And it's interesting too, because I've been noticing people are jumping on 1 and 2 and things like that with what number they're drawn to. So it's almost like this one tells a story from number 1. But taking a chance, taking a leap of faith. And again, it's that time, what, we all sit in that moment, that time, and we all know it, like whether we like to admit it or not, where we had an opportunity to do something, we had an opportunity to be daring, even if it was just something little, something like you know, for some whatever reason, I always use line dancing as an example. I've never actually been to line dancing. I've done square dancing, but you know, it's just go on. You know what? This is in me. This is what I want to do. Well, one day I'm going to die, and so you know what? I'm going to go out and do it. And so you know, for me today, this card's really tapping on that side of things. Like yes, it can relate to career and all that kind of stuff, but for me today, the energy is very personal around this. I want to say it is about stepping out and you know standing in your true colours and all those kind of bits and pieces. Okay, yeah, I'm giggling now because this card, as I explained, like is a traffic jam, and in ordinary circumstances, we see traffic jams everywhere. And I giggled because it's like, oh yeah, duh, okay, because you know we can sit down and go, I want to go try all this stuff, but at the moment, most of us across the world cannot do that. So, you know, it is. And that's what this card talks about. It's a traffic jam. It's nothing. You just got to be patient. It'll pass. You know what I mean? It's just part and part of daily life and everything else we've got to deal with. And so it's not that it's not a big deal, but it's not something that's going to stop you actually getting in your way. It's just something you've got to be patient through. Take a breath. No use beeping on your horn and, you know, getting all road ragey and all the rest of it. It does nothing but foster yourself. So take a breath and just, yeah, don't don't let circumstances around you be an excuse not to do things. Okay. The right time, do it now. Can't do it now. Jump on YouTube, practice, get on there before you get there. Be that line dancing champion. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a nice message, that one, I feel. Okay. Put that one to the side. And so number 3. Let's put these ones back through. Nice. Opportunity, confusion, transformation. Okay, cool. Alright, so opportunity to develop, confusion, uncertainty, doubt, change, transformation. So, you know, it's, you know what? Number 1, 2, and 3 almost tell a story with me today. It's like on the stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Because, you know, it's like discovering the opportunity to develop. But growth and things like that, like I know it says new business on the card, but for me it's not about just a new business. Anyone that knows me that reads these cards of, it's, yeah. But anyway, what I want to say is it's a personal touch for me again with these cards. And yes, you know what, when we touch on ourselves, we do touch on that opportunity to develop with business and where we're meant to be and all that kind of stuff. It falls into place. But it's about seizing the initial opportunity, and that's the energy that I sit with these cards. Confusion, uncertainty, doubt, you know. So it's like, oh, how do I do that? How do I take that first step? How do I, you know, create the associations? How do I network? How do I? And so it's just, you know, what I did, and even what I always say to other people as well. Just take a first step. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how small that step is, but you take a first step in the direction where you want to go, and that does something. And you know, you'll meet someone there that does something else, and there's your next step, and you'll go there, and you know what I mean? It just builds and it builds and it builds, but you've got to give it an opportunity to do so. So when you're full of confusion as to, you know, what step to take, just take a step, even if it's the wrong one. Like even if it's like you think, oh yeah, okay, well I'll go and do a fair, and that doesn't do nothing for you. You still took that first step, and now you know the fairs don't work. Or you know what, I wouldn't say that as well, because never give up on the first try. But you know what I mean. And so just by releasing that and just be willing to take the first step, there's your change, there's your transformation. And it is like the caterpillar to the butterfly. You know what I mean? That's the true full circle, full cycle. And so, you know, taking an opportunity, putting the confusion and doubt, and just saying to yourself, that's what it is. It's just confusion and doubt, and I'm going to take a step. And you watch, that's what it's going to lead to. Okay? So yeah, have a little bit of a ponder. Alright, so in reflection, number 3, number 2, number 1. And see what I mean about I'm telling a story today? Like even if, you know, there's always a message, and it's funny, I wonder if that trend will continue, but being innovate, I always get stuck on that word, innovate, being creative. It means bringing ideas, and when we've got ideas, you know, we turn them into plans. Plans turn into strategies. Strategies turn into da 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 da. So here we go. Look, we've got our ideas. We take a leap of faith with them, and it brings about an opportunity to develop. So I know, yeah, it's just interesting today that I want to. It's almost like it tells a story, and I guess we're all at different stages. So some of us might be at stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, but I hope that resonated for you today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if this is the first time that you're joining me, and please feel free to join me on Facebook as well. Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a beautiful day.